Hello viewers, so welcome to my YouTube channel. In this episode today, I've got this news of this Nigerian family, the Makinde's family, that is about to be deported back to Nigeria after they've been in Canada for the last 7 years, contributing their quota and feeling that Canada is home for them. But it's so disheartening for them now that the CBS, Canada Immigration, is looking for them, and an order of arrest, deportation, has been issued in the Makinde's name. So that's what I'll be dissecting in this episode today. So I want you to hang on tight, stay tuned, as I'll be giving you the bit by bit of how this happened and how they got to this point in this episode today. So grab a cup of water. This information is very important. Viewers, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. I still remember my humble self, MC Bernardino. This is Canada Reality. I dish out content for those that are already in Canada and those that have aspiration of migrating to Canada. Is this your first time on this YouTube channel? Very much welcome. On this YouTube channel, I always dissect information about immigration for those that are already in Canada and those that have aspiration to migrate into Canada. If this is your first time, please hit on the like button, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and hit on the notification bell so that anytime I drop a video, you will always be among the lucky ones to get notified. All right, so just like I said in the introduction, that in this video today, I'll be telling you about the Makinde's family. They came into Canada in the year 2017. They moved to Ottawa, and Ottawa have been their home since the year 2018 when they moved there. So, but the question is, how did they get to this point? So in the year 2017, when they came in, they filed for asylum. I do not know, because information is sketchy about how they came into Canada and what visa they came into Canada. But I want to believe and assume that they came in on a visitor's visa. But when they came in, they changed their status, they filed for asylum. And you know, because Canada opened its hands wide for those that are facing threats, any crime in their own country, Canada is welcoming. So they filed for asylum in the year 2017. But unfortunately for them, when they filed, the first application was rejected. And they followed due process by applying for an appeal. When they appealed, the appeal was also rejected. And the next thing for them was the third process they went through, which was they asked Canada to allow them to stay in Canada They asked the government of Canada to allow them to stay in Canada on the ground of humanitarian and compassionate ground. So that's another option for someone that has filed for asylum and filed for appeal but received negative news. So they went through that process of H&C. That was in the year 2021. But according to the Makinde's family, they said that since 2021 that they've applied for the H&C, Canada Immigration, they have not gotten back to them regarding the outcome of that application. But according to the CABSA, on the other hand, they said that H&C, humanitarian and compassionate application, was also rejected. And as a result of that, a letter of deportation was sent to the Makinde's family that they should leave Canada, and that deportation was scheduled June 27 this year, 2024. And also, they were also given the information that they are supposed to, before that day, they should be reporting to the CBSA office in Ottawa at a particular time schedule. So on this particular day, when the family went they're trying to obey the rule, they went to the CBSA office to go and report themselves. Then the CBSA, they got hold of them and they said, okay, based on the information that we have at hand now, it seems that you guys are not prepared to return back to your home country, Nigeria, because you guys have a house in Ottawa. You've not sold the house. You guys, unless I forget to tell you that they have 2 kids, but the first child they had was 1 year old when they came into Canada in the year 2017. But when they got here, they gave birth to another child. So that means they have 2 kids, a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. So the information the CBSA released was that they will be detaining the husband and will not allow him to go back on the ground that they are not prepared. Based on the letter that they've given them, that they will be going back, they will be deported. The family are not prepared. They are not showing signs that they want to return back. That they've not sold their house, and also their last child, the one they gave birth to in Canada, they've not applied for international passport for that child. And on that ground, they feel that this family, they are not ready to leave. And they felt that the best thing for them, as in the CBSA, is to detain that husband just to threaten them, so that the wife and the kids, they start getting themselves together in order for them to be deported. But advocates, lawyers, Nigerians in Ottawa, people all around, they've been soliciting, they've wrote petition, they've been asking people to sign the petition for this family to be allowed to remain in Canada. Lest I also forget to tell you that this family, the grounds on which they filed for asylum is that their child, the 1-year-old child that they brought into Canada in the year 2027, was about to be mutilated in Nigeria before they ran for their life. That the child was about to be molested, mutilated. Gender mutilation, is common in some parts in Nigeria. And as a result of that, they ran with their baby and they do not want to go back. But that application was rejected, and appeal was rejected. H&C was rejected, and they've been told to go back to their home country. So what immigration always say in this case is that if this particular state threatens you, why don't you go to another state? That might be the reason why that application was rejected. But this family is not ready to go back, and advocate lawyers are saying that Canada government should reconsider this family's case, because a family that is already grounded in Canada for the last 7 years, they have 2 kids, they are working, the husband and wife are contributing, the kids are volunteering in organization, they are paying their taxes, they have their own houses, or they have their own house already rather. Why would they go back to Nigeria? Where do they want to start from? The government should be lenient enough to allow this family that have not committed any crime apart from the fact that the application was rejected to remain in. All right, so what are the lessons that can be learned from this for those of you that are in Canada on a visitor's visa and you're planning on going the refugee route, or you're already outside Canada, whatever country you're coming from, you're watching this video and your plan is to come into Canada to come and fight for asylum. Yes, Canada welcomes refugees that their life is under threat wherever they are coming from. But the bottom line is that before you come into Canada, you need to make sure that your plans are well laid out. Cross the T's, dot the I's. Make sure that you have everything well planned out. Because of a truth, I will tell you based on information that I have and I know, when you fight for asylum, it is not always positive. I mean, we've seen situations whereby there's a huge rate of rejection, and also we've also seen situations whereby some people they're lucky. But what you need to do is that you need to make sure you prepare yourself, get all your stories right, make sure that you cross the T's once again and dot the I's. Make sure you have everything well laid out, especially if you're coming into Canada with a family. If you're coming as a single person, it might be very easy for you. But if you're coming in as a family, then the burden is much. And good luck for you. If you apply and it's positive, that's it. That's a process for you to become a Canadian citizen. But on the flip side, if you apply and it's rejected, then you start running the cat race, because at that time you start fending for yourself, fending for your family, and at the same time you are worried and everything goes south. And also in most cases, what people do is this: when they see that they've been sent a letter to be deported back to their home country, they just go under the radar, they go to other provinces and they go lay low there and hide themselves. But how long will you do that for? Is that what you want to do for yourself? Is that the plan for yourself and your family? So that's why I'm saying that you need to have your plans well laid out, well thought out before you actually leave your home country. If you have anybody here, speak to them, speak to an immigration lawyer, speak to experts in this field before you take that decision, because you do not want your situation to be like the Mackindays family, because now we do not know what is going to end this. Immigration Minister CBSA, they've been employed, but we do not know what the outcome will be. Also, let me tell you that it might be positive, because I know of a recent case of a Jamaican family that they've been also sent a letter to return back to their home country. But one of their son, who is representing Canada in the present Olympic in Canada, in Paris, on that ground, because of that child, the government of Canada, they've been compassionate enough and they left the family to remain in Canada. So we do not know what's going to be the lot of the Mackindays family, but we are hoping and praying for the Daco Mackindays family that the husband will be released and they will be allowed to remain in Canada. If you enjoy these videos, please smash on the likes button. If you have any question, please feel free to drop it in the comment section. I read those comments and I will oblige you with an answer. Till I see you in my next video, please be safe and always make sure that you have your plans well laid out before you leave to come into Canada. Till I see you in my next video. Peace out.